The stories going into WrestleMania 41 are finally starting to really take shape. So today we're going to talk about what we think are some of the best storylines going into WrestleMania so far. So let's first talk about the obvious one, Cody, John Cena. These are in no particular order and everyone's going to say something different, but I think it's going to be one of the best storylines into WrestleMania, coming out of WrestleMania, especially coming out of it, because if John Cena wins, then we're on a whole new landscape, right? Where does Cody go? What does he do? Does he take time off? Does he go right back after John Cena? The role of The Rock. Will Cena just be this crazy dominant heel? I'm recording this before Monday Night Raw, by the way, when John Cena eventually makes his return, and that's going to be just bananas. I mean, the moment at Elimination Chamber just stands on its own, so everyone's just kind of waiting for this story to kind of unfold, take more shape in terms of Cody and Cena getting face to face, brawling, and really what's the position of John Cena? What's his why? Like why he sided with The Rock. Going into WrestleMania and again after WrestleMania, I think the Cena story, the Cena Cody story, will be one of the more interesting ones, and it should be because it's going to be your top champion. I haven't loved that Cody is just coming out and just doing the same promo every week. I understand you got to get him on TV, you get him all angry. I do really like what he did on Smackdown with The Miz. I was not looking forward to another Miz TV segment. We don't need these anymore. This is modern era. Like, don't do these TV Kevin Owens shows, Miz TVs, banana hammock shows, whatever you're gonna do. It doesn't make any sense anymore. I like that Cody came out and just gave a crossroads to Miz and that was it, and he was angry. But and I'm glad too that Cena is coming to Raw, because we can't keep having just angry Cody Rhodes being like, where are you, Cena? Where are you? I think it's like he's over there. Like, go call him.
There has never been a better time to start playing Raid. 5 million active users can't be wrong. Happy birthday to Raid, by the way. They're celebrating 6 years, and for new players, there's a ton of giveaways that we need to check out. Using my link, Raid has an amazing birthday package that they want to be able to deliver to you. There's Epic Hero Zargala for free, plus other goodies with a total of $60 in value to help new users kickstart their game. The first legendary champion, Supreme Gaelic. Use the anniversary edition promo code Supreme6 to be able to get them. Alice the Wanderer to all players logging into Raid for 7 days before March 26. And also it's time for tea. Raid Shadow Legends is running its latest global event, Alice's Adventure, complete with 5 brand new legendary champions inspired by the classic tale of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Starting on January 8th, players can get their hands on the likes of Alice the Wanderer, Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter, Knave of Hearts, and the fearsome Queen of Hearts. Players can get the legendary champion Alice the Wanderer for free, along with a bunch of rewards simply by opening Raid on 7 different days, and a 2-star perfect soul for her on day 14. You must start by March 26th to earn Alice this way. Get all 5 champions through in-game events over the month. The events are available to both new and existing players. If you haven't already started playing yet, then what are you waiting for? Click my link in the description or scan my QR code to get the anniversary bonuses available only via my link. You will immediately get a huge anniversary starter pack worth $60 with an epic Zargala and other usefuls for the start goodies. After downloading my link, use the special anniversary promo code Supreme6 to get a legendary champion, Supreme Gaelic. It's a perfect match to Zargala, and they're actually a couple. And get the third champion, legendary Alice the Wanderer, simply by logging into Raid for 7 days. And don't forget to join my clan in Raid as well. You find the link in the description. Thank you to Raid for supporting the channel. Now back to the video.
The next storyline that I really do like, I think it has the potential to be huge standout match at WrestleMania, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. And I say that because you have such a long history built up between these guys, buddies, and then the pile drivers, and Randy taken out, and his return at Chamber, and Kevin Owens' story for 2024, and now going through WrestleMania, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes. It really kept building and building and fleshing out his character in really great ways, fun ways, things that was exciting to see. Having Kevin Owens going around with the Winged Eagle title was an awesome element that they added in. And you've built and built and built to get to this match. I think WWE has done a very good job trying to build this storyline between these two, where it's made sense. Randy Orton is just crazy over, as always, and now they're building the story with the element of the punt kick, that he's gonna try to get the kick in on Kevin Owens. I wonder, now comment below, do you guys think that he's actually gonna do it? Do you think Randy will actually pull this off at WrestleMania? Do you think he'll hold himself back? I mean, he shouldn't. He should just want to just dummy his head and take it right off. But will he be reluctant? Will he hesitate? And will Kevin Owens get the victory? There's questions there. But I think you come to a more definitive ending conclusion where you have Kevin Owens eating the pin and it's over. Kevin Owens goes bye-bye for a while. Maybe he can go to like Raw and go after the world title after a draft, maybe. But I love this story. I think that you've added so many characters and yeah, some twists, but like the Sami Zayn match was great. And it's a personal story, and I really like that. The next one that I think has potential to continue heating up and maybe surprise us a little bit, the women's triple threat. I assume it will be confirmed as a triple threat. Rhea, Bianca, champion Io Sky. The segment they did on Raw, that's what started to show me, oh, okay, they're gonna take this up a notch. They're gonna invest time and more effort into this and telling the story now that we have a #1 contender. Like Rhea with the title before that, I haven't been that interested in because it's just Rhea and Liv, and the Rhea just not on TV or just cutting promos, and just it was a lot of waiting. And then they pull the trigger on Io. Io's very over. But Bianca's character is now, I think, in a very interesting position because yes, she is presented as a baby face on TV right now. I think that there is a potential that Bianca turns heel. Maybe it's at WrestleMania. Maybe she gets the title and then becomes a little bit more dastardly and heelish and negative. The other thing is that the Triple H nowadays, he doesn't just make people good guy to bad guy in a day. It's a longer road. And I could see them with Bianca doing that once the story starts playing out throughout the next couple of weeks to WrestleMania, because I think maybe you will eventually get to Jade versus Bianca. They didn't really close that door. It's still very much a possibility. They may not, but I like what they did on the promo where you had the girls pie facing Io, pushing her back, and then Io getting in there and smacking everybody. And it went over really well with the Madison Square Garden crowd, and it made me feel more invested in it. And I'm like, okay, now I'm anticipating and looking forward to what they're gonna do every week going into this. The dichotomy, the relationship differences between all three of them, they all have history together. There's a lot you can pull off. And then it's the question mark of like, who wins? I think it's fun that you're not necessarily going to really know that it's clean cut. Like, okay, well, Bianca's totally going to win at Mania. I think they have options, and I think that they need one of these women's titles to step up. Triple H talks about like, well, they gotta step up if they want to get. I'm like, you can write it. You can write the story however you want, Triple H. If you want it to be the biggest story, you can just write that. That's really not. It's not a challenge. What are we talking about here? So I think that it's one of those storylines that now, in a short amount of time, they're going to be able to really elevate it. Because I don't feel like they did that with Tiffany and Charlotte. Okay, next, Smackdown. Smackdown tag team titles. I think that they are telling and will tell a really fun, good, solid story going into WrestleMania. Raw tag team titles, I have no idea, but I'm gonna put it out there and say, you know what? I like what they're doing, and I think it's gonna go in a great direction. You got the Street Profits now as the new SmackDown tag team champions. By the way, as I sit here and I'm having my coffee and I'm reviewing things and looking at SmackDown once again, is it actually true that the Profits haven't won the tag titles in 4 years? Because that was the line on commentary, and I really couldn't believe that. I was like, no, they didn't. They totally had them like a year ago. No, it was like pandemic, after pandemic. Like, and that's also blurry in Matt's brain. I don't know, man, but if it's been 4 years legit, dang, that's a long time to not be getting the titles and not doing a whole heck of a lot. So I'm glad that Street Profits have direction. I like them as heel champions. Maybe you could also bring in Bianca, and she's a heel like the Street Profits and their faction, family, do that kind of thing. But anyways, I like what they're doing because they have so many elements in the tag division. I like tag team wrestling. I like it when it's done well. I like when they're trying to tell interesting stories, and they do it in the ring, and you have a lot of talent there. And I think at WrestleMania, now that we have Street Profits as champions, you still have all the contenders in there, and I think that they are going to mash them all together, and maybe we will get a 3-way, 4-way ladder match for the SmackDown tag team titles. Try to give us something that was like, try to do the equivalent of Mania 17, the 3-way TLC match. Give us the Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, DIY. You could throw in Pretty Deadly as the 4th team and just go crazy. Make it a TLC match, not just a ladder match. Like, let's have some real fun here. Build this thing, because I think every week you're seeing like, okay, the Profits got huge pop at the end of the night. Like the crowd was insane there, Spain. But anyways, they still thought it was an amazing moment. And you're going to tell, you still got a couple of weeks now where you're like, okay, is it going to be the Guns? And then you can have them built up as #1 contenders. But I want to see a multi-man match. They've been building all of these teams, and I think they've been doing a pretty good job, and I'm excited to see what they do. The Raw tag team titles, I just don't know, man. And the next storyline that I'm excited, that I think has a lot of potential. Again, it's all about potential here, because they could just drop the ball on everything. You never know. Like Cena and Cody could just go flat. Probably not. But I think one story that has a lot of potential going into WrestleMania, and I saw a good sign of this with the promo they did 2 weeks ago now. But Jade and Naomi, this needs to be Jade's breakout, solo breakout as a solo star. And you know what? Naomi, I think, is the big anchor and the one that will carry this thing, because the promo of Naomi and Bianca and Jade's return, the beatdown, that promo was excellent. That was top notch. They're crying, they're upset. Naomi's performance was excellent. And I think you will have a really great story going into this. I think Naomi will carry most of it because we just haven't seen and heard Jade talk a whole heck of a lot. She doesn't do a whole lot. Just comes in, does the beatdowns, and that's it. So I think they'll still protect Jade that way. I think Naomi will carry the storylines and the promo aspect of it. But you know what? Once you get to WrestleMania, I think you have a really good moment between Jade and Naomi, and you get Jade to win and get kind of her, I know she's done singles matches, but like her first big solo win. She's just been in this tag thing with Bianca forever. Last year was the 6-woman tag, where they had Jade and Naomi and Bianca tagging together. Jade needs to stand up at WrestleMania on her own, defeat Naomi, and then maybe she goes after Bianca. But it's almost like now or never. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this storyline, the potential it has. They want to draw it out, and maybe there is the element of Bianca in there that they're going to explore later on. So it has me pumped up to see what they would do. The last one on my list, and again, there's like the IC title, the women's mid-card titles, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, I haven't mentioned. There's LA Knight maybe versus Jacob Fatu, but those storylines haven't exactly evolved to a point where I'm like, here are the matches. They could beef them up and get exciting, but I'm kind of like, these aren't the most exciting ones for me just yet. But the last one on my list is going to be the obvious one too, is Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. We assume, it's not official, but we assume it's going to be a triple threat match at WrestleMania, and I'm excited because it's fairly obvious. You have 3 giant megastars in there, storylines all intertwined. I thought Roman's return in the cage match was excellent. It was shot and blocked really well for him to come in, and Seth technically gets the win. So you have Punk and Rollins that are 1 for 1. The cage match itself I thought was excellent. It was so much fun. It was just fun wrestling, telling a fun story in the cage. You have the element of Paul Heyman consoling and helping CM Punk, and Roman Reigns didn't like that. You have so many different sides, elements, storylines, and how are they going to get to WrestleMania? Is it going to be a main event of WrestleMania? We don't know. There's not only just what the storyline will be, the promos, and how they will tell this thing that I find interesting. It's also, where is it going to be placed on the card? What impact does that have? Is there any chance that it's a 3-way, that the winner then gets to go on to night 2 to get inserted into Cody Cena? Maybe. Probably not. I think they really want to just do Cody Cena one-on-one at this point, but I'm just saying that there's so many different ways to go about this triple threat. And for me, it's looking at what's next after that. We got to enjoy the ride. I'm enjoying the ride. Let's just jump in this bobsled and let's just go down the hill together. But I'm interested to see what happens after WrestleMania, because any one of these guys could get a victory, and then are they number 1 contender? Are they going to fight Cena, Cody, whatever, and go in that direction? What about Paul Heyman, the relationship with CM Punk and Roman Reigns? Will Seth Rollins actually get a win at a WrestleMania? Like, there's a lot in there. And I just think that week after week, and even if you don't have Roman Reigns on TV every single week, now you have the added bonus of Paul Heyman inserted into all of this to carry that, to have the moments with Punk, Seth Rollins being bitter and angry, even more so at Roman Reigns. I just love how this is going to be feeling kind of chaotic. And you know what? You got 3 main eventers in there. It's going to be a blast. What are your most anticipated matchups, storylines? What are you enjoying the most right now leading into WrestleMania? And you guys want to talk more about WWE? I got this video right here. Subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. See ya.